Welcome back to League Podcast Week 5 through 8. Got the two Kings here. It's almost that season, back in full effect, where the balls are bouncing. Pause. It's crazy.
Yo,
Um, Bagwork 95, how you feeling, man? Welcome
Feeling
back to
good, man.
League
Another
Podcast
day.
Week
Glad to
5
be
through
here.
8. Got the two Kings here. It's almost that season. Frowls. We back at it again, sir. How you feeling? How you been?
good man. Good. Three Kings also, bro, and the great, the host as well. Never forget the host, but
Oh,
doing
yes.
great on this side, man. Happy to talk ball.
Yes, sir. Here, happy to have you fellas back. Weeks 5 through 8. Let's hop right into it. Straight into the ACC. Florida started off the season rough, but has done well in conference play. Looking at 4-0 undefeated so far. Let's take a look at the schedule. Tough losses to Tennessee, Arizona, and Clemson, but rolled on strong. Boise State, Baylor, Auburn, and a win at Miami with this upcoming game at Ole Miss. Frowls, how do you feel about Florida apparently running the conference right now? I know these were forced wins, but I would say those are to expected, at least for Boise and Baylor. How you feel Florida's doing since conference started?
Yeah, it's good bounce back. He had three to start the year. Yeah, three tough matchups to start the year, but seems like he got himself right. Like we always talk about, those early L's don't really hurt you as much as the late ones. So if he can get right down the stretch, I think still in a good position.
Yes, sir.
This one this week. This one this week is major. I mean, if he wins that, if he loses that on the other side, though, he won't drop that far. But if he loses that, then he's gonna have to win on the road against Cole to end the season. And he's got Chucky on the schedule, and Texas isn't a joke. He needs this win this week. And that's what ACC rematch. That's the grudge match this week. They was in the conference championship last year and first round of the CFP. He's lost to Ole Miss the last only two times they played. So it's gonna be a tough one for him to get, but he needs it.
Yeah, oh, okay. I see what you're saying because that would drop him to 4-4 in week 9.
He'll go down. He'll go down definitely probably into the 20s of the ranking.
Yeah. Tough.
Only reason I think he'll still be in the ranking is because Ole Miss is what, like 2?
7 right now.
Oh, 7. So he might not even be in the top 25 after that loss, but.
Oh, you think he'd fall that 4?
Yeah, with 4 losses. I mean, luckily it's a top 10 loss, so maybe he doesn't go that far, but he might stay in. But it's gonna be a pretty big drop of 4 losses. I mean, Texas has 4, Texas A&M has 4, and neither one of them are ranked.
Okay. Yeah. Tough sled and tough schedule, but looks to be on the bounce back. Ole Miss seems to be holding it down this year. Losses at Baylor, which is a shocker in week 7. And then one maybe probably expected to the number 2 team in Tennessee. Bagwork, how you feel about Ole Miss and how the rest of his season? He has a very similar schedule on the back end. Florida, Texas, and Texas A&M, with Georgia to round out the ACC conference schedule.
I mean, for him, he got to win this game. This is a big game, and that'll really set him up well for the rest of the year. Get another top 10 win, especially after losing to Baylor. Baylor's a good user. I mean, I think he's good, man. Especially, and his team's getting better. I mean, Baylor's got wins over Ole Miss and Ohio State this season. But yeah, rounding out the year. I mean, if he can get this game, I mean, he's favored in all the games he has the rest of the year. But if he can get this game, and then he can afford to even lose one of the ones down the stretch, I mean, he should be in really good position. He could probably, if he can win this game, he can lose one down the stretch and probably even lose the conference championship game and still be straight.
Gotcha.
So yeah, see if he can handle business.
Frowls, do you see Ole Miss slipping up on the rest of his schedule?
I think Bag said was true. This is a huge game. Like the rest of the season schedule, playoffs, everything. I think if he gets this one at home, he's got a little bit of wiggle room. I think, but if for some reason Florida were to win this game, he really can't lose anymore. Kind of how it would seem, but we'll see. We'll see. It's nothing easy. I mean, Georgia's 0-7, but Texas can beat you, and A&M is for sure a solid user despite the record. So no cakewalk.
Yes, sir. Got the rare double must win out of Florida and Ole Miss, and I believe either way, if either of them dropped the next game versus each other and then went out, they would rematch again in the conference championship.
Yeah, I mean they gotta get by Texas, who you see is down at the second to last from the conference, but he has a positive differential in his game, so that kind of speaks to his ability and his roster and everything. So I mean that's gonna be a tough game. They both have on their schedule. And they both played Texas A&M, so they gotta play both Texas schools down the stretch. Who both can definitely get you. So
I was gonna say Chucky with only one conference loss too at A&M.
Yeah,
Feel like he's in a kind of a sleeper spot. Could make some noise.
yeah, he's definitely still in the mix. He has 4 L's. He could actually win out and make the playoff.
Yep.
Baylor this week is a huge one for him at Baylor. Baylor kind of needs to win out, I feel like, but they're probably not going to make the conference championship, but still needs to win out. Yeah, Texas A&M has a brutal schedule to finish the year. At Baylor, at Ole Miss, at Florida, Texas at home to finish. Yeah, it's a nasty one. I don't know if he's gonna have to win all 3.
Yep.
Possible.
Well, all 4 of those.
Possible.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely possible, but it's gonna be tough. He's starting Johnny Manziel now, so we'll see how that goes for him.
Oh man, the frustration for let's talk about that for us. The frustration, he starts Johnny Manziel halfway through the season, and if he was to go on a run to end up in the conference championship, how would you feel personally as a coach to know you dropped 4 winnable games essentially, all because your starting quarterback was sitting on the bench?
That's tough. I mean, it'd be hard not to second guess, but if he does run the table, I think he'll be fine with the outcome. But if we were to win like 3 of these and Manziel goes crazy, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. But at least he'll know for next year he's got something to work with, right? Maybe
Yes,
a little
sir. The
bright
only
side.
thing I don't want to say concerned about, I feel he'll do well enough, is the deal breakers. Those dynamic deal breakers. Hopefully that nothing changes up on him.
You got time to go look at that Johnny Manziel card? I don't know if you can. We can't see his deal. Can we see his deal breaker?
I don't think
I
I
think we
would be
can.
able to, but I'll try.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think this card's got the star dev though, so I mean that's another reason to play these dudes because they can go up in dev. Yeah, he's normal dev, so he definitely needs to go up. Need to play him so you can go up in dev. That's the most important thing.
Love
Normal
Texas.
dev is not gonna cut it.
Nah.
I mean,
Good
normal dev, he's
elusiveness,
getting
though.
like 20 points this week or this year. Not gonna do it. Yeah, I mean he's a real solid player, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, accuracy's a little capped, but
His IQ has a lot to go. His ratings will go up, but it'll never probably reflect how good he actually could be.
yeah, I don't know if he'll be able to get some of these badges. Like, he'll be able to get dot and mobile resistance. Most importantly, he should be able to potentially get the elusive ones with downhill and extender.
Yeah, he'll be able to get some of them. But yeah, Texas A&M definitely still has a shot.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We said that conference will be very interesting to start the year, and it's definitely kind of
Quickly
shaping up. I did. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, finish. Just gonna go to Miami real quick.
Well, that's what I was gonna talk about too. Funny enough, I'm a little bit surprised at how it worked out for him. Actually, not really, to be honest. He hasn't really had any bad losses. He kind of beat everyone was definitely supposed to beat. Texas winning against
What?
Texas is a good win, and Chucky.
What you mean, no bad losses?
Well, that's atrocious. That's the worst loss I've probably seen in the league, honestly. 50-0 is crazy. The thing with J Roth is he needs to, like, when he loses, he blames his quarterback,
Can't do that no more.
and
That's
and
unacceptable.
he changes his quarterback all the time. Like, bro, just get a quarterback, learn how he plays, and you have to play to his strengths. You can't make the quarterback play to your strengths all the time. I feel like, because I feel like if you go to the Miami, the click on the Texas game if you don't mind, the box score, and player stats, please, quarterback or passing. Okay, well, so he's playing Winston Bryan here, but he started the year playing O'Neal. Like, he was playing O'Neal a lot of the year, and then just like switched over to another dude for whatever reason. I mean, I get it; they're like similar players, but
How did he only score? I don't understand here. So he went for 390. That this is 394, 3 TDs. Maybe the score is wrong. He only scored 20. I feel like that's. You would think, like, no turnovers. Is it a time of possession? I don't know. I just feel like he would have had more than 22. Well, it don't matter. I mean, he got the win, but it's just interesting to me
yeah,
how
he won the last play of the game.
time possession's like even too. Yeah, it's just weird. I feel like he would have had more than that. Also, though, when we
Yeah,
talk about quarterbacks, to me, like what is this, year 4 in the league?
Yeah, that's my thing. We can't be
Like
talking about quarterbacks here
you
for.
got how many 3 portals to go through? You got draft class or recruit classes. Like you got to find a quarter. If you don't, it's on you. You can't blame anything else. You can't blame the quarterback. You got to blame yourself. There's too many chances to get right.
286.
I agree.
Like, these are both better than Johnny Manziel. So
Hmm.
Yeah,
I don't know. But hey, he's going on a good run and appears to play better at home than on the road. So hopefully we'll see if he pulls it together with rounding out. Auburn's always a tough out. Boise's the new user, I believe, and then Oklahoma and Baylor. Not a light schedule to finish out his conference games. So
yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting where dudes end up falling when we do the realignment, because I'm gonna just do the realignment probably based on the coach stats.
ooh,
So, I'll probably take the top 12 to 14 off of win percentage the first 4 years and toss them in the top 2 conferences. And yeah, so we'll see if J Roth makes the cut.
gotcha. That
About to
what was
be
that? His
crazy
first year.
conferences.
His first year, he was like 10-2 though, right? And made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So
He did. He has a playoff win under his belt, I believe. So yeah, I'll take that into account too. Due to made the playoffs, probably will be in the top tier 9 times out of 10. But
gotcha. Moving on to the Big 12, we got Nebraska, North Carolina, Florida State, Arizona State. A pretty balanced league, and bringing up the rear is Georgia. Um, keep fighting, Georgia. Keep fighting. On to
Keep
better
praying,
news.
keep everything else, bro. That it, Georgia's, yeah. Do everything you can, bro. Find a church. He help.
yeah, he's deep in mud.
I would like to talk about Arizona State. KJ Kenzo, a little surprising at his record, but Fryles, talk to me about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, can we go to his schedule real quick?
Yes, sir.
But I would say the 3 losses for him is not. It's not really normal. Notre Dame been playing good ball. Ohio State's always tough, and UNC been playing good ball. So I mean, they're not terrible losses. They're not terrible losses for him, but it does. I would point to maybe a little bit of rust, taking some time off, and just trying to come back in a competitive league is always tough. So I'm gonna give him that benefit, and he still has a path to the playoffs. Looks pretty doable. That Nebraska game will be big.
Fast.
But, yeah,
You got to play Cole and Nebraska on the
On
road.
the road, back to back.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Yeah.
And UCLA is pretty good too. UCLA can get him as well. I think he plays them this week.
So, welcome back to the league. Glad you're here. But I don't want to say
Yeah, I mean,
not
I
what we
watched
expected, but
one, I didn't expect the Ohio State one to be built to ass at home. And I watched he's very good on defense. And Notre Dame is very turnover happy. But Notre Dame was dicing his ass up. Notre Dame was up like 35-7 before Arizona State ended up making a comeback and had the lead actually in the final minute. But once again, like, he's known for defense and being able to stop plays, and he had the lead with whatever a minute to go, and Notre Dame found a way to score again. So hats off Notre Dame, but yeah, not what we expect out of him.
gotcha. Rounding out to his conference play, Florida State, like you said, and Nebraska, gonna be tough to overcome. Again, doable, but definitely tough. Let's talk North Carolina. Bag, did you see this one coming?
I mean, kind of, I would say. He's a very good recruiter, which has shown. He has a really good team now. But I didn't, I was shocked when he beat me. That game makes me sick even thinking about it. And then I was also surprised he beat Arizona State, both of those games on the road as well. So I mean, he's had a few games like Arkansas, TCU. Even Arkansas almost just beat Nebraska somehow, but Arkansas, TCU, and Georgia are all, I mean, either very new or, I mean, Georgia and TCU by their record are the two worst teams in the league. And Arkansas has, I don't know if he has any user wins. Not this year, I don't think. So, he's had some pretty easy ones, but at the same time, he has some pretty big wins as well. So hats off to him. I mean, he has a really good roster now. So just excited to see him keep building and making noise in the league.
Yes, sir. Files. With Florida State, Nebraska, and Oregon all conference play, do you think he finishes the same way he started?
Man, that's he got a couple tough ones still, but he's playing good ball, man. He's playing good ball. I'm sure they're on notice just as much as he's on notice to get those games played. He's got to play Cole. He plays plays Nebraska, and plays at Oregon. Those are all tough, but he's shown he can beat anybody. So, hey, man, I'm sure he's feeling himself right now, as he should be. We will be tuned into that game this week, though. Absolutely, be tuned in heavy.
Yes, sir. Good job doing
Big one.
Let's drop down to Cole. Again, he's showing that. That Florida State was just missing him. He was at SMU, transferred. Got a couple of forces. Not what we like to see with that record, but we've all seen him on the screen, so no doubt that what he's doing is possible with or without the forces. Froz, do you think he could keep this up to run the table to end up in the Big 12 championship?
Cole's good, man. Cole's a good player for sure. So yeah, he sure can. It's just for him, I feel like being invested, you can tell he's got a different energy playing the game. Even like watching his streams and stuff, like he seems like he's really locked in right now. So
yeah, he don't seem as frustrated no more.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just team winning, the players not getting yelled at. So hey, it's going well over there right now, Florida State.
Bagwork, you think Tallahassee has what it takes to win some games and make it into the playoffs?
Oh yeah, make the playoff. I mean, yeah. Oh, they're ranked 16 right now, but that's because they were unranked all year until last week, and then lost to Nebraska, who was number 1. Yeah, he definitely can. I mean, Clemson's a hell of a player. He ended up beating Clemson, even though we had to force it because of the disconnect. But he ended up winning that game, which is a huge win. Yeah, I mean,
The score shows up on
I-
his. It doesn't show up on the other one. The other one says 2-0 for some reason.
yeah. Oh, it should say 2-0 on the Clemson Nebraska game, not this one.
Oh, Clemson, Nebraska. Okay, sorry.
hmm But yeah, he put out this win, gutsy win on the road. And I mean he's favored in every game down the stretch. I mean, you know, I picked him to beat UNC, but UNC is a good opponent. UCLA is a good opponent. Arizona State's a good opponent. I mean, all these dudes can beat him, but I would say he's the favorite. So, and Florida. So, his schedule's not easy. And he's in a tough position where he started ranked low, so he can't afford to lose really more than one of those probably. Um, but if he beats North Carolina, he can lose one more and still make the conference championship. So,
Hmm.
he's in a pretty good spot in general. Um, so yeah, I think he does end up making the playoffs, especially if Florida can stay ranked and he can win that game. Uh, if he can beat North Carolina, he's in a really good spot for sure.
Yes, sir. Do we flat out? Does anybody have anybody other than Nebraska winning the conference?
I mean, I don't. He's tough to deal with, and his quarterback is questionable right now, but he's really good for sure.
I wouldn't put
Uh,
money on it. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
no, that was pretty much done. I mean, yeah,
I was
he's
gonna
the
say
favorite.
I wouldn't put money on betting against him, but we've seen. I mean, North Carolina can get him based on who he's beat this year. Florida State can get him, and Okenzo definitely can get him too. So whoever matches up has a chance. Um, but I still would lean Nebraska right now. He's always finds a way to win, man. Somehow squeaks him out.
Yes, sir. So that's how the Big 12 is looking. Let's move on to the Big 10. LSU, Oklahoma still atop the rankings. Iowa pulling up 2-1. Wisconsin and Washington. As far as conference play, Frowls, will conference play be the only way the Big 10 gets more than one or two opponents in the playoffs?
Um, if you're asking me, do I think that it'll be a one big conference?
Yes, sir.
I think yes, because and it kind of speaks to the competition there this year. Like adding Iowa in the mix, I think there's a lot of players. I think everyone's going to beat each other. Um, and I think with LSU and Oklahoma already having 3 losses, they play. So one of them's going to get to 4. So I think it really might be a one big conference. I think you're right.
Bag work. Let's go look at your schedule, sir. Early losses to top rank opponents, so they didn't hurt too bad, and then you're on a 2-game streak right now before you fly to Norman to play Oklahoma for battle of hopefully the battle. Yeah, it'll be battle of undefeateds for the conference. How you feeling so far? And do you see another path to making the playoffs outside of the conference championship?
In the conference championship, I think that's how it's going to have to be. I mean, I think I can lose another game in conference, but I'm gonna have to go to the conference championship and win it probably either way. Well, no, that's not true. If I win out on my schedule, I could probably lose conference championship game and get in because I'm ranked 5 already, and I probably would go up in that case to be in like the top 3 before losing the conference championship, if that were to be the case. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty rough. I mean, the North Carolina loss really hurts. It kind of just changes everything with how I got to go about the rest of my season. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. And I don't really have any easy games there besides Alabama. So you know, yeah, it's gonna be super tough. Must win this week at Norman. We'll see if we can get that done, man. Kind of go from there. But this will definitely be a really tough test. So
Yes, sir. Got to talk to the commissioner about that. You're to end the season at Oklahoma, at Iowa, and at Washington. Tough.
Yeah, they didn't do me any favors with the custom schedule.
Let's look at Zevi real quick. Washington, Miami, Penn State, and they already got their win over Iowa. Seems like after the game versus Bagwork, schedule isn't as heavy, but a couple of trap games. Bag, do you see Zevi tripping up against any of his remaining opponents outside of yourself?
To be honest, no. I think if he were going to trip up, it would be at Washington. Uh, I feel like he plays J. Roth a ton and doesn't lose to him very often. But J. Roth obviously can give him a great game too, and that's also on the road, so that's not easy. I don't know if Wisconsin will give him a good game, especially with having the worst roster. I've seen it be in opposite situations where essentially Zev is the Wisconsin and Wisconsin is like Oklahoma, and Zev wins that game. So I don't think he's gonna have too much trouble with this one, and I don't think Penn State really has too much of a chance. So really, this game will be a huge one for him. I think even if he ends up losing to LSU, he still has a chance. He already has the Iowa victory. He could get to the conference championship. He'll still be ranked probably, and he'll get in the conference championship game and have a path. But this game this week definitely kind of defines the season.
Fries, do you see Oklahoma getting hit with a trap game between now and conference championship, being 3-0 in the conference play already?
I don't know if I can call it a trap game because I know he's going to be locked in, knowing that he can't really afford. They don't have too much wiggle room left. But something about J. Roth, man, I'm telling you, J. Roth for the big game seems like he just whatever for whatever reason, he makes some games, and he'll be ready to play. Probably just create some narratives against himself and say the league's out to get him, don't believe in him. So I wouldn't want to play him late in the year with his season's about to be over anyway. He's not gonna make the playoffs. Doesn't look like so. Nothing to play for, but just come out and spoil. Seems like a J. Roth situation.
Gotcha. J. Roth, don't let him lie to you. You don't have to make up the narrative. It's true. It's you against the world. Nobody's picking you against Oklahoma. But it's okay, though. It's a respect thing. Moving on. Did anybody else want to talk about anything? I did want to touch on Iowa and Washington real quick. Iowa's on a good run. I haven't seen much of them outside of... I don't think we played that. Did we play that? Yeah, I lost, I guess. Sure, yeah, Iowa's good. What you got back?
I said before the year, he's going to be a force in this league. He's playing with an undermanned roster. I don't know if he's able to recruit. Hopefully he can. He didn't do his upgrades either, so his team is shitty. But he's making noise. Almost caught Zev last week. I think Zev won on the last possession. Yeah. So he I don't really think he has a path to making. The only way he can make the playoffs probably would be if I beat Oklahoma and he then beats me. Well, yeah, he's got Nebraska too, last game of the year. So it might be tough.
Yeah,
might be tough for him to get in the playoff, but
because even if that's not conference, if he drops that game, just because of where he's ranked, that might not be helpful. So.
Yeah. So, we'll see how things finish up, but he's definitely, here to stay, and he'll be an issue down the line.
Yes, sir. Good to see. Fries, what you got for me on Washington? Got a lot of conference left: Oklahoma, Iowa, and LSU, but started the year off 6-2. We'll say, do you think he finishes the year ranked?
I'm gonna say no, just because who he still got on the schedule. Like those, he's gonna be the underdog in all. In 3 of those 4, Bama's probably a force win. How it's been going. So if he gets to Nah, I don't think there's enough opportunities unless he'd have to beat two of those ranked three, and I would be shocked to have that happen. So I'm gonna say no.
Gotcha. Well, keep up the good work, Washington. We see you. Keep fighting, and we'll revisit here in a week. Moving on to the SEC. This is where I want to start. Let's make sense of this one.
This is a nice conference right here.
It is. You see how far I had to go down to get to Notre Dame. No forces on this one. Played all the games, but we got the loss at Ohio State, the loss at Tennessee, but wins over Oklahoma and Arizona State. Fryles, talk to me about your favorite team with the best helmets.
I mean, he's had a good year, I think, all things considered. Those are tough at Tennessee, Arizona State. Those are good players, really good players, and he split that game. He beat Zibby this year too. So like, I gotta give him his credit for competing. 6-2. Got a computer game this week, right? Navy computer game. Yeah, Stanford was a computer game.
Yep.
So like that does help you in the middle of the year to get those. But I'm not hating on him. He didn't make his own schedule, so I'm not hating on him for it. And I gotta play him in a few weeks too. So I'm not trying to talk too crazy about him. But
No, I mean he thinks you're shitty, Dalton. Just so you know. But,
I don't. I really don't at all. I really don't at all, bro.
Is that a fact? Are we capping here?
I mean, he said it multiple times on the podcast.
I've never
and
once
shitty.
called him shitty ever.
No,
I
I'm
don't
talking
believe
about
that at
Notre
all.
Dame.
What
That's what I'm
about him?
saying. He said on the podcast he's not good multiple times. So.
That's just not. I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I got nothing to say but positive things about this season, man. We like I said, we play him in a couple of weeks. I'm not trying to have any kind of negative energy, anything like that working against me. But I think his season has been. We can acknowledge both. We can say, impressive season because he got some good wins, but also he does get help with the middle of the year, just 2 wins added on, right? Like that helps him a lot too. So
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if he actually listens to this podcast, but he has a trap game coming up with South Carolina. South Carolina's a good user, recently joined the league. He has a solid team down there in South Carolina. Notre Dame can lose that game. I mean, Notre Dame's been playing really good ball, so, hats off to him for that. But, at the end of the day, he's not only, I don't want to say only, but he's 4-2 in his games he's played this year. But they've all been competitive, and he's beat 2 good years. He split it. I mean, he's doing well, just as good as anyone could hope to do, honestly, with the schedule he has. But that South Carolina game's a trap game for sure. He's got to lock in for that one. And then, that Clemson game will be the game everyone's got their eyes on, especially if he can't get by South Carolina. It'll be a top 10 matchup, most likely. So that'll be a big one. And if he loses that one, he's probably out, right? I mean, 3 losses. He might still sneak in.
That late in the season,
He might still sneak in. He gets 2 more wins. Someone might lose in the conference championship, or he might sneak in there. But yeah, it'll be tough. Yeah, you don't. But if he doesn't beat South Carolina, it's over right there already. So
yeah, let's roll on Ohio State real quick. 5-2, but 3-0 in conference with games at Clemson, Tennessee, and South Carolina coming up. Bagwork, do you think Ohio State rounds out the season to end up in the conference championship?
I'm gonna put my money on yes, because I think he's a good player. But that forced loss to Oregon to start the year hurts a lot. And that might end up being what keeps him out. Also losing to Baylor at home is tough. I mean, the Baylor user is solid, but it's a tough loss to take it home too. It'll definitely sting for him the same way the UNC loss at home stings for me. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, if he splits these next 2 games, that will be good or great, and if that happens, he'll be, kind of in the driver's seat. He'll have to beat one of them again at the end of the year in the conference championship. But if he loses both of those and he doesn't make conference championship, he still kind of has a shot. He's got to win out though. And South Carolina, as I said, is a sneaky one. I love how you didn't mention yourself, but he's still got South Carolina and Michigan, who are both two sneaky games where he could definitely trip up as well. So if he loses both of those, he'll be on watch. But if he loses both of those, he'll actually still probably get in because they're both going to be ranked, top 5 essentially. So 2 top 5 L's probably doesn't go below 15, and 3 weeks, due to things that move around, he probably sneaks back in there. But definitely a tough way to close out. Are any of those on the? Yeah, Tennessee on the road is a tough one, but at least he's got 3 out of those 4 at home, so that's helpful.
Fries, do you see Ohio State missing the playoffs?
I don't. I think he's gonna be able to get in. Just because even if I was to happen to beat him and he loses to Tennessee, I think he's actually still in a fine spot with only 4 losses total, and he's ranked 3 right now. He have 3 weeks to get back into that top 12. I think he'd have a good chance, but I'm gonna say yeah. But I mean, Delonte, whatever reason, Bagwork, likes South Carolina. I'm a little sleep on that, but I do think like that Michigan game in the year that can get you. So
it cannot.
If he's in that,
it cannot.
Hey man,
I'll give him his respect now. I was busting his behind last year when he was Texas, and he is giving me that same treatment this year. It's just a bad matchup this year for some reason. So I'll give him his respect.
If that's the case, he's probably gonna get in. I think.
Okay.
I don't get in.
But yeah, I'm not gonna disrespect him because I was on his neck last year, and this year he was like, I got something for it.
Sorry to cut you off. We go to South Carolina's schedule.
Oh yes, sir.
Appreciate that. Let's see what they've been doing since they got in. So he didn't play North Carolina, and I don't think he played USC. Well, I guess he did because it wasn't forced either way. So I don't know what went on there, to be honest. I don't think he played the North Carolina one though. And yeah, so USC got him on the road, but you see he beat Texas A&M, pretty good.
I don't think Johnny started that game.
Johnny definitely didn't start, but that, I'm just saying that to say that he's capable. You know what I mean? He's capable of winning any of these 3 games down the stretch. Again, 4 games. He's got some 4. All 4 of those dudes who are at the top of that conference got to come through him. I'd put money that I think he gets one of them, and I think it's probably Notre Dame, but he's gonna get one of them. I think.
Do you think
he goes at Notre Dame and gets him?
Yeah, that's what was my question.
All right,
you believe it? I'm not. Hey, man. Maybe I'm asleep. But
I think he gets one of them. I'm just saying.
Okay.
If that's the game you picked a specific game. That's why I was at Notre Dame.
Well, I just personally think that Notre Dame is probably the worst out of those 4, but I mean, all 4 of them are very good. So I mean, but I just think one of those games, things kind of. Well, I guess he already played Tennessee, so he's got 3 left. I'm just saying, I think things can come together for him.
I'd like to see it.
He's kind of like J. Roth, where, if things start rolling for him, he actually is kind of a problem. But I'm kind of putting dudes on now, so it's not that much of a trap. Hopefully Notre Dame and Ohio State don't listen to this podcast.
They gotta watch the podcast to
know. I know Ohio State's gonna be watching, so. But he can sneak up on you for sure.
Let's see. Was there anybody else we needed to talk about? USC appears to be holding their own, just overall, not necessarily conference-wise, but 5-3. So shout out to them. Looks like their team is on the rise from what they've seen. You got a winnable game at Georgia, TCU, rivalry game, UCLA, and then a tough one at Notre Dame. Trials over under. USC finishes with 8 wins.
I like him in that TCU game. I like him the way Georgia's playing. Those last 2 were tough, though. UCLA's solid player.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the under. I'm going to say he loses those last 2.
Okay, bag. Over under 8 wins for USC.
Yeah, I'm gonna take under as well. He's playing well. Shout out to him for getting these wins, but you can see from his combined opponent record, he's had a pretty easy schedule this year as well. And you know, he gave Tennessee a good game though, which is dope. Dope to see. But you got two belted asses up there. I don't know. Georgia might be able to give him a game, especially at home. Georgia might catch him slipping. TCU, I mean, yeah, I don't see him winning 3 out of those 4, but maybe he will. Maybe he's back in form.
Gotcha. Last question I got for bag work. Who do you have coming out of, we'll say, SEC championship? What are the final 2 teams for the SEC championship you got so far?
Man, I hate to say this, but I'm gonna have to go Tennessee, Ohio State, just because I think Clemson's lost 2 out of their last 3 or 4 against 2 of the best teams in the league. To be fair, but Ohio State's kind of been rolling, and Ohio State would be and 1 if it weren't for a sim or a forced loss early in the year. So he's been playing good ball. So kind of got to go there. But that Ohio State Clemson game is going to be, kind of the game. We'll see if either one of them ends up getting Tennessee too. I don't think Tennessee's played Ohio State, Clemson, or Notre Dame, so those will all be huge games down the stretch as well. It's kind of hard to call it. They're all really good. Before every season, I expect all 4 of them to be in the playoffs, so tough call. But yeah, that's how I'm leaning.
Fryles, we'll be a little nicer. Do you foresee Tennessee or Ohio State finishing the season strong to end up in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think both of them probably have a over like 60% chance to make the playoffs. I give them good odds. And I think me and Notre Dame are probably, well, we'll see. I feel good about myself always. I'm gonna compete, but if I got to play at Ohio State, it's tough. And then I still got Tennessee, so depending on the path, it might not be the worst thing for. We'll see how it happens, but maybe not in the conference championship helps me out. But we will. Ask me again next week. Ask me again after I play.
We definitely will.
After I play Ohio State, yeah.
Oddly enough, not playing in the conference championship has helped multiple people. So that is not always the worst path. SEC might sneak in 3, maybe 4 teams to the way the ACC is acting right now, and then way Big Ten is looking. SEC might be able to sneak in 3 teams depending on how EA finishes up those rankings. And I believe that was it for the conference standings. Gonna switch it up.
Time of year, I mean, games start becoming so much more pivotal.
Oh,
maybe
absolutely.
what are we in week 9? Maybe we can look at like week 10, 11, 12, see what those big games are gonna be. Or actually, we're recruiting, so I'm down to do that too. I love my recruiting.
We'll look at the games first, because I know you would much rather talk about recruiting.
Yeah, that's the best part of the game for me, to be honest. I don't even care about playing y'all dudes. Team management.
So for week 9, big matchups, we got Clemson, Ohio State, Florida, Ole Miss that hasn't been played. Let's see if anything has been played. Am I missing something? A lot of dudes just ain't played yet. Auburn, Miami.
Yeah. None of the big games have been played yet.
Okay, yeah, a lot of big games still left. We'll start right here real quickly. As we move, we'll probably look at the next 2 or 3 weeks. North Carolina, Florida State, 2-1, 3-1 conference schedule. Fryles, who do you got taking this one?
I think Florida State at home. I'm gonna give them the nod. Should be a great game though.
Bag, who you got taking this one at North Carolina at Doak Campbell?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Florida State at home as well. Yeah, but I think it's must win for Florida State. I don't think it's must North Carolina. So, there's that.
Scrolling up, I know this may not mean much now, but do you think J Roth is able to take another one at home versus Auburn? We'll start with Bagward.
I think he should win this game. I mean, J Roth is performed better against top users than Auburn has so far in the league. So I think J Roth gets this one. Auburn definitely stands a chance, but J Roth, when he can do all his hot routes and hot route into, well, I won't get in too far, but
That gives the whole game away.
It ain't hard.
But
Sorry, that was rude.
but yeah, he's gonna have some shit. We'll see if if he can essentially not turn the ball over. I don't think he'll have too much trouble. We'll see though.
Listen, I gotta respect J Roth's game because he does win. It's just frustrating to see simple concepts that he puts on the field work so well. Like if this trail route gets open against somebody else one more time out of bunch wide, I'ma go crazy. He gonna run it on 4th and 3. He gonna run bunch wide. He's gonna put that dude's gonna be on the trail route, and we'll keep moving because that sounded personal, and we're not here for me. Let's go to Texas A&M and Baylor. Not necessarily a big game, but a rivalry game against two quality users. Fries, who you got on that one?
I think Chucky's gonna start to get right, man. I'm gonna go with the upset maybe on the road, and I think A&M might get that done.
All right, Bagwork, who you got? Battle of Texas and Waco.
I want to add, I think this is a big game. I mean, if Texas A&M can win, as we mentioned before, they have a path to the conference championship, so it's a big win. If he can get it, if he can't get it, I mean, his season's completely all about Dev. Even though he's acting like it's all about Dev already, this game would solidify that. If he loses this one, for Baylor, he has to win this game to keep his playoff hopes alive. So, I think it's a pretty big game. Not to mention the XP they're both going to get from it being a rivalry game. That being said, I'm going Baylor, man. Dude's been playing great ball. He has 2 wins against guys who are at the top of the A tier. So, he'll be at home. I'm taking him. No quarterback though. His starting quarterback is suspended. He's going to be playing with his backup.
Ooh. Okay.
Which will make things super interesting. Baylor's going to throw the ball pretty much every play, so we'll see how he does with his backup.
Yes, sir. Let's go quickly. Ole Miss at Florida. Bag, who you got?
I'm taking Ole Miss. He's won the 2 times they have played, so I'm taking him to make it a 3.
Fries, Ole Miss. Sorry, Florida at Ole Miss. Excuse me. Who you got?
Yeah, I'm on the same side. I think Ole Miss gets that done.
Okay. Ohio State. Clemson's traveling to the shoe. We'll start with Mr. Dabo himself. Do you see yourself pulling out a win?
I'm not commenting on this game at all. It should be a good game. That's what I'll say. I'm sure both of us will compete. And best of luck to Ohio State. That's all I got to say.
Yes, sir. Bagwork, who you got coming out of Clemson versus Ohio State, top ranked matchup?
I'm not one to hold my tongue, but honestly, this game is too close to call. They both know each other. I think a lot. Well, I don't. Whatever. I think what Ohio State's going to do. It's just a matter of, are you going to be able to stop it? So, we'll see. And he'll be at home, and he's got a hell of a team, which I guess he doesn't like to hear me say. But, I mean, his team is loaded. So I would give those things combined, he has a superior team, he is at home, and his style is not easy to stop. I'm giving the nod to Ohio State, but I think it's a toss-up.
Gotcha. Understand that. I feel the same way. 2 good users. 1 play may change the game. So, moving on to Week 10. Let's see if we got any big matchups.
We do. It's always something rolling in here.
Ohio State versus Tennessee. possibly a conference championship matchup early
Mhm.
in Knoxville. Bagwork, who you got?
Um, this is like almost the exact same scenario um as the game before where I'm going to give the nod to Tennessee due to home field and I think he's a little bit better at making adjustments. But Ohio State can overpower them, and every time they do play, it's a really, really close game. So, toss up.
Frows. Do you have one, or you calling this one a push as well?
It's just tough because I'm about to play. I really don't want to say too much and talk over my game, but I will say home field is, as we all know, definitely a big matchup. I'm curious Tennessee's record at home in this league. Like, he's got to have less than 5 home losses against users. Is that crazy to say?
Well, I was just looking at the thing earlier today. He might have less. He has 8 maximum losses in 4 seasons.
And probably mostly on the
Uh,
road, right?
well, he had a couple home ones the year he
No,
lost 3 games in a row. I
yeah, last
think.
year he had 3.
Okay.
He lost some of those at home, but I mean, most of his out of his 8, I mean, 3 of them were last season, and you know, probably another 2 are in the playoffs, right? So he's had 3 other losses in general, so probably a pretty good record at home.
Gotcha. Let's see if we got any other big game matchups this week. Florida versus UCLA could be. I won't even call it a trap game. UCLA is just a good user, and Florida State's on the road. Bagwork. Do you see Florida State being able to grab this conference win going into the end of the season?
I think Florida State's got a good shot, but I think especially the way their play styles match up, this will actually be a really tough game on the road, and UCLA could very well get this one. This is going to be a big time test for Florida State, and it'll be super interesting. So we'll see. I'm gonna say Florida State gets this done on the road. Far superior team, but their play styles actually kind of counteract each other in some ways. So we'll see.
Gotcha. Moving on to South Carolina and Notre Dame. Fries. Do you see, after Bagwork has been trying to put us on game about South Carolina, do you think South Carolina can get an upset on the road?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't see it, man. Hey, I gotta. Bag. I hear what he's saying. I haven't seen that. Just in watching a little bit of him play. I need to watch more, maybe. But as of today, I don't see it.
Gotcha. Out of these next couple of games, Ole Miss, Texas, Oklahoma, Washington, Auburn, Texas A&M. If you had to put a
Also,
parlay
LSU big
in,
game too.
if you had to put a parlay in Fries with these last 5, who you taking?
I'm taking LSU at home in a must-win. He's gonna need to win that one for sure. A&M, if he wins this week, he's gonna need that one. I'll take those 2. I think Texas might get Ole Miss for whatever reason. I'll take Texas there, Arizona State at home, and Zevi on the
Okay.
road.
Bag, let's hear your parlay.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna go. Texas is in other leagues and playing good ball, even though Baylor just beat him at home. But Baylor also beat Ole Miss. I agree with that Texas one. That is a must-win for Wisconsin, for LSU versus Wisconsin at home. I'm gonna take that one. Texas A&M, I think, is the superior user in that game. I'll take that one. Texas A&M, LSU, Texas, Washington. I might. That'll be my upset one. I'll say Washington. Washington gets a big time win at home versus Oklahoma. Um, Oklahoma's been had some tough outings. So I'll take that one, and I think the Arizona State game isn't close.
Okay. Gotcha. I like it. I like it. Want to stop for just a moment because I like what you brought up. about the coach's record.
It's under stats and records.
Stats and records. Okay. And it's just ignore that Michigan coach real quick. We could just go through job security.
Dave Duval, Coach Dave Duval.
Yes, sir. Always got to represent the whole town.
Sir.
Florida boy through and through. So, Nebraska with an 8+ prestige, 6-1 versus rivals, 20-7 versus the top 25 on 45-8 record. Not to be outdone, but followed up by Nighthawk 46-8, 6-2 versus rival 23-6. Fries, is this the top of the league right now? Not to be outdone by yourself. You're close with 31-18, 12-10 versus the top 25 and 5-2 versus the rivals.
Nah, bro, it's them. It's them two for me at the top. Gotta be. Both got natties. And does it show you on Tennessee? Can you see his home? I'm just curious at this point. His home record, is it going to show you on there? Probably not.
If you scroll to the right, no, I guess not.
Okay, no, I was just curious. But yeah, I think that's the class of the league right now. So dudes are trying to keep up with, for real.
Gotcha. Just seems like the rankings or the end of season rankings that we do at the end of the show are pretty accurate though. We got both of them up there. Right now, Frios, UNC, and Baylor also up there. 26-19. I think I spoke on that when we did the interview. UNC 24-21 above 500, but 6-1 versus rivals. And then Frios backward. How you feel about this next group of coaches right now?
I mean, I don't know if I would personally say that any of the ones out of except for Clemson, have really shown, like, I think Clemson's the only one maybe with the playoff win. So I think there's a big gap, but Notre Dame and North Carolina and Baylor definitely are making some noise, and they're starting to really build their teams. They're on a real, both of them. I don't even want to say particularly UNC, but both of those two are on a real big upward trajectory. And I think they're going to be better. Their current coaching records are going to continue to get better. I think they'll move closer to the 70. Could you sort by, if you don't mind, by the win percentage?
Career win percentage.
It's that one right there. Yeah.
Yeah. So this will change it a little bit now. Nebraska, Oklahoma is now up there. So I was going by job security. This is actual win percentage versus careers. Ole Miss, Ohio State, Notre Dame, yourself, Florida State. I'll let you speak on that here quickly.
I mean, I think I think the stats, speak for themselves. I mean, you see these dudes consistently in the playoff. The interesting thing with these is definitely their top 25 records are always interesting, but those three at the top have been probably the most dominant. Minus Florida State, even though he's a very good user, he's his record got reset when he went to Florida State. I mean, that's pretty much top of the league. I mean, you see Florida's over there, he does well. I'm surprised to see Oregon that high, but shout out to him. I'm surprised Clemson's not up here somewhere. Oh, there they go. So I mean, these are the guys who win a lot. Simple as that. Is there anybody, if you keep scrolling, is there anybody who's, maybe there's some surprises? No, Texas and J-Rod both solid, and Texas A&M and Baylor, those dudes can beat anybody. Arizona State as well.
Scroll down for like 10 more minutes, you get to Georgia. Sorry, Georgia. I know you just listened.
You might as well just flip it if you want to get to Georgia, honestly.
I'm halfway through.
I don't think you will.
Under 500, frustrating, but
Yeah, so I mean, this is kind of
I'm gonna get to Georgia. Just give me a second.
Georgia, if you're watching the stream, he's got to scroll down a long way to get to you.
I mean, I think Georgia's the lowest out of any user who's not like
Nah.
brand new.
No,
I
Penn
mean,
State.
outside of the one who, Penn State. Yeah, you're
TCU
right.
now?
TCU's new. All these down at the bottom have joined recently. I mean, you see
Well, Arkansas
Arkansas's
has
record
20
out.
games.
Yeah, I don't think Arkansas's got a user win. He might have one, maybe user win.
He almost won a second ago. Kind of crazy.
He
So
did
maybe he's
almost
getting
beat
better.
Nebraska. Yeah.
Gave him a game.
What is Georgia's record versus top 25? See, the thing is, Georgia's beaten some
3-19
good teams.
against top 25 though.
He's beaten a couple good teams though. I mean, he beat me
You
one
mean
year.
you
Matter
mean
of
a
fact.
couple by saying a couple? Maybe he got 3
Crazy.
total. So like, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's nasty work over there for him. We'll see, man. Hopefully, he can turn things around. I mean, next year we'll do the promotion relegation things. Obviously, he'll be in the bottom tiers, but he can handle down there.
Give him his credit. He has been able to keep that team overall high. So he's been
Yeah.
able to do his thing. I can't fault him there.
Yeah, there is that. Got to take the positive somewhere, right?
Absolutely. All right, now to the meat and potatoes. For those of us that can, steal, cheat, try to snag somebody up. For those of us that can't, be like me and be a motivator. Frowls, what's the secret, man? Top 5 recruiting season again? What you got for us?
He said he'll be right back.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
As soon
But
as
yeah,
I-
he's doing his thing. I mean, this year and last year, I mean, he's had some big time classes. Last year he had a top 5, as you mentioned, and this year he should have a few more. Something to note though, if you click on Tennessee's class,
He's at Tennessee.
he stole 2 top 10 players in the country out of South Carolina, which is embarrassing for Clemson.
Columbia.
Or not embarrassing because Tennessee can recruit his ass off, so it's not embarrassing. But you just hate to see it.
Yeah, lose recruits in state.
Yeah, that one is a 5-star gem, from South Carolina, and you see Clemson's number 2, so Tennessee eked that one out, and I think that's
Man,
same for
2 of them.
and also the number 1 player in the country, at the top. It's also from South Carolina. So Clemson lost out on 3 recruits from Tennessee. Tough, very tough.
Yeah, but it's working. Dolores.
Yeah, but Clemson's handling his business too. Clemson's definitely in his bag. We gotta get up on our elite recruiter because
Bagged a 5-star and wasn't even Well, it doesn't have it on there because I was about to say I know they got North Carolina as a top tier pipeline. It just didn't show it.
I think it shows your pipelines.
Oh,
Like it's not
gotcha.
showing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but because they definitely have purple pipeline in North Carolina. But yeah, he's doing his thing. He said when I talked to him last, said he's got a few more on the way, so potentially on the way. So
A few more 5
hopefully
stars.
yeah, I think he said he can get 1 or 2 more if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be
Okay.
good for him.
Yeah, you get about 4 or 5 of them, and almost as long as you don't squander the rest of the class, you almost locks you in for a top 5 class. Let's take a look at Ohio State here quickly. Tackle, quarterback, 2 5-stars out of Ohio though, so it's cool to see people keep the dudes in state. 3 5-stars out of Ohio.
We got some good. I mean, it's crazy they actually have 3 5-stars out of Ohio, and because Ohio does put out a lot of great football players. It's like a very slipped on kind of high school hotbed.
For sure. And I don't know why it feels like sometimes he takes it as a slate on his team building when it's not. But he's up there.
Yeah, he's handling his business for sure. I'm interested to see if that 3-star he has is any good. What position was that?
He got to be crazy fast, right?
If it's not a linebacker or a quarterback, a safety.
Safety. I
I
assume
mean,
he's
I'm
crazy
gonna, I'm
fast.
gonna, I'm gonna assume he's fast. Yeah.
I would see no other reason, but yeah. So listen, sometimes it's not all about the stars.
For sure.
Right now I don't think that many people are deep in there. Like you still only have five, but you have
Baylor,
three five
Baylor's
stars.
doing good. Yeah, yeah, it's early for me. I don't know if I'm getting any more. I might get like one more 5-star, but Baylor's having a real good class.
For
Got 10
sure.
guys in already.
Yeah,
Good to see
that
him putting his 4 stars to. He
real
just
early
moved up to
too.
4 stars for the first time in this league, so he's going to have a good class, which should turn into good players. And he got a wide receiver, gritty possession. But people sleep on these 5-star, gritty possessions. Speed right now, but I'm sure his speed can easily be moved up to at least a 90 as a 5-star, maybe even like he might be uncapped at speed or like one cap at speed, and so a 5-star gritty possession can be really good. So, dude slept on that guy. Shout out to Baylor for using him. I mean, he might have to redshirt him, or he might not be as good as freshman year. But as a redshirt freshman, if you got a decent dev trait, um, and you get 40 points or whatever, and you can upgrade his speed 3 or 4 times, I mean, he's going to be a problem.
Was there anybody else that you wanted to take a look at as far as top 10?
Who's doing something? Um, Let me see. What's Oklahoma's class look like?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
What's Oklahoma's class looking like? I know Oklahoma has Brian Boswell sitting out, 83 overall legend. So he'll be playing linebacker for him next year, as well as he signed a 5-star linebacker as well. So those are real important guys, and he'll have 2 real good ones in the fold next year. So shout out to him. Seems like he's doing his thing. Kind of running through Texas right now, looks like. So good for him. What does Texas recruiting class look like? I don't see Texas on this first screen, even though I'm sure he's doing his thing.
Might just be a
Yeah,
little
he's got.
slow because he has 2 5-stars. So
Mm-hmm. Let's say he got a quarterback. He needed a quarterback real bad because he lost his. He had an elite dev quarterback leave in the portal and come to the good old LSU, starting for us now. So I'm sure he needs a quarterback. So
yeah, Duncanville.
shout out him.
That's
Yeah,
a
that dude's probably
premier
a
high school
baller.
too.
Yeah, definitely,
Man, not a huge
definitely.
Yeah.
That Texas pipeline is spectacular, man. So he'll be good.
It is. It is. Texas Tech in the grind league with them strong pipelines is kicking my butt on some random dudes that I thought I had that are flying under the radar. But
Yeah, that's gonna be the most OP team down there. We'll see if he can do something with. That's that same South Carolina user, by the way.
is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sir, that is all I had for the podcast. Did you have anything from the commissioner's corner?
Nah, I mean that was we pretty much covered everything and more. So that's it for me.
Well, that's all I got from Files, Bad Work, myself. Again, if you don't like what we got to say, show it on the field or let us know in the Discord. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Let us know.
We don't have Troy. We ain't do the power rankings.
Mm,
They're still out there. We don't got to do it right now though. We can just post them if you want to.
Yeah, it's cool. I just got back, but it is cool.
okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
whatever y'all want to do, it's up to me.
Wait a second.
Up to you, I mean.
Wait a second. Okay. No, it's about 12. That appears to be about the number that hovers in the top 25 for users. The grouping here had me excited. I was like, oh, there's a lot more people, but it's
People anywhere than last time. Like Florida State can be ranked now. Iowa can be ranked now. I think it's mostly them two. Florida might have fallen out time at the last time we did it. It was like maybe 1 or 2 and 3 at the time.
yeah. So it'd be Iowa and Florida State are the only, and
And
North
probably
Carolina.
Florida. I think North Carolina was in there last week, but he's been continuing to play well.
Yeah. Okay. Did y'all want to run through it, or y'all want to just post all of them?
It's up to y'all. I ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, I'll do all two. I think I'm good for this.
All right. All right, Frau. So you got an S then.
I think my S tier is only 2 teams, and they're right there at the top. Both undefeated teams, and both like we just looked at record wise since we started the league. Those two kind of stand alone, so I'll give them their respect, man. They're up there, tier of their own right now.
Yes, sir. Bag. Who you got an S?
I've been only really had those two up there. I slid Clemson up, but I'm gonna take Clemson down to the top of the A tier for now. So yeah,
All right. Well, since we're moving down, who you got in A tier?
let me see. A tier. A tier. Man, the A tier is really tricky. Top of the A tier, I'm gonna go with Ohio State. I haven't had them ranked this high in a while. Actually, that was actually Frau's last one. Yeah, last one he was like towards the bottom of my A tier. I got him shooting way up to the top. Then second in the A tier. Wow, this is actually a lot more intriguing than I thought it would be. Second in the A tier, I'm gonna go Clemson. Third in the A tier, I'm gonna go with maybe a little bit early, but I'm gonna go with Florida State. He has a win over Clemson. He's 6-1 right now. So I'm gonna do that, and then I think fourth I'm gonna go with UNC. He's been holding it down.
Wow. Okay.
He has a real tough game against Florida State. That might knock 1 or 2 of them down, but yeah. And then I'm probably gonna leave my A tier at. Actually, I'll put one more in that A tier.
You're so nice if you do it.
And it's gonna be Notre Dame.
Whoa. All right. Okay. Which means we got a big mover for the first time. That means Oklahoma will be in the B tier for the first time.
Actually, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with my fifth one. Actually, my fifth one's gonna be Ole Miss.
Instead of Notre Dame.
Instead of Notre Dame, yeah.
Okay. Ohio State, Clemson, FSU, UNC, and Ole Miss. Frowns, what do you have, sir?
For mine, I'm gonna say Ohio State is leading that tier right now. I'm putting myself in there as well. Ole Miss, whereas I give him no credit, but I'm gonna give him some credit. We look at his record; he's been good since he's been in the league. He wins a lot of games. I'm gonna give him his credit here, put him in that tier. And I'm actually gonna finish it off with. I'm gonna give. Actually, I got 2 more. I think Cole's playing really good ball right now, Florida State. And then I think Zevi's still in this tier, man. I got to give him more credit. Those 3 losses don't look good this year, but if we just give him his credit for the past few years and what he's been in the league. He's still up in that mix for me.
That's not what a power ranking is, though. Just to play devil's advocate, but I'm not
You know
mad
it
at
is
where you
though.
put him.
Like if we're playing games right now, like I put him, I'm taking him over nothing against Notre Dame, but I'm taking like neutral site game. That's kind of how I think about it. Like neutral site game, who I think is the better user right now, who will win that game.
Well,
I
Notre
would
Dame
say
beat him
that
this
Zevi
year,
gets that
though.
done. Where was it though? At Oklahoma or something? I mean, wherever it was. If you're
I don't
asking
even
me,
know. But I'm just
who I
saying.
would
I'm
take.
just saying. How can you put a power ranking this year
Notre
just to
Dame
play
beat
devil's
him in
advocate? How can
Oklahoma.
Because
beat him
what
in
week was that
Oklahoma
though?
by 2 touchdowns in week 5? I mean, he beat him by
And
2
then Zevi,
scores.
is that when Zevi was losing though?
Or
I feel like
Zevi
that was his
lost.
losing streak.
Zevi just won. He just had a great win against Iowa this week, but he lost to Notre Dame and they lost to Texas week after that, I think.
So it
But
kind of reminds
Notre
me.
Dame force win. I'm just saying, if you're doing a power ranking, I don't know how you can. I mean, Notre Dame's more powerful at the moment, but that's each
I
their
don't
own.
agree. I don't agree, bro.
Each their own.
Give Notre Dame his credit, but I don't agree with that. I think if you told me who I had to put in a tier, which we're doing, I'm still taking Zevi. This reminds me of last year Tennessee when he lost some games and we're like, he's not really that good right now. I still think you got to give him his credit, and I think when the year ends, he'll probably still end up in the playoffs and in the mix for big games. So I'm gonna give him his credit still.
Hell no. So last year when Notre Dame went on a 3-game losing streak, you had him in the S tier.
Notre Dame?
I mean Tennessee. When Tennessee went on a 3-game losing streak last year, you had him in the S tier.
I had him up there. But also this is not the S tier though. This is a tier down. I definitely had him in the A tier for sure.
Did you? We got them all here.
I don't think I ever put Tennessee in the B tier personally.
Yeah, I don't think you did either. But all right. I'm just saying. You know?
Hey Zebby, if you're listening, he's questioning you heavy right now. You got a great opportunity this week.
Not question him. No,
yeah, that's what we like. That's what we like.
If this was a, I mean, I don't care if he hears this or not, but if this was a who are the best players in the league list, then I would have Zev, at the top of the top. That he would be in the S tier of who are the best players in the league. But when you're talking about power rankings, about how people are playing at the moment, essentially, I think it's hard to put them there.
Well, okay. I think it's a mix of both, though, right? Like for me personally, I think it's a mix of. I get what you're saying for sure. Like it's form, but it's also like, are you? Is it real? Is it real? Is that really you? I think he's much more of the player we've seen the past 3 years in every league we've been in than maybe that 3-game stretch or whatever he lost, 3 or 4, whatever he did there.
I agree. I agree with you there, no doubt. I don't think he's like a worse player in the grand scheme of things. I mean, he's doing the same things. He's had some bad breaks, right? But yeah, Notre Dame beat him 2 weeks ago and has a better record.
And he's still in my B tier. But anyway, hey man.
That's crazy.
I think it's Notre Dame.
It's everything against Notre Dame at this point.
No, it's way more about Zevi than Notre Dame. I think Zevi.
I feel like I'm doing a better job of being like impartial here. Like there's no feelings involved.
It's not negative, but it's not. These are good players. Zevi's a great player.
He has the head-to-head win on the road
in Oklahoma by 2 score was even a close game.
And still, man, I just say.
Hey, that's the most Skip Bayless argument if I ever heard one. I tell you that. So, he got the head.
In the year, we'll check back, bro. We'll check back in the year.
No, it's not about end of year. It's about right now. It's about this moment.
Power rankings they also predict going forward though, like who we think is really, you don't put somebody in S tier that you think is going to fall out though.
Well, I don't think anyone's going to necessarily fall out of any tier, but no, I disagree. I don't think it's about like if we were talking about who's the best overall or who's going to make the playoffs. I think those are different questions than the power ranking at the moment.
I think it all factors in a little bit, personally.
Okay, so then here's my next question, because we drew the example from Tennessee last year, who had a similar 3-game skid. Do you think Zevi would win the championship?
I mean, I think he has a chance to win the championship always because he's a very good player. But if I had to, would I pick him with the roster he has right now to beat essentially beat Nighthawk, Ohio State, Clemson, Nebraska with the team he has right now? Probably not. But I also would never rule him out of any game against any. Is very good at this game, so
Zib, if you're listening, lock in
you
this
can
week.
be listening. You can
Lock
be
in this week,
listening.
big dog.
I hope he's listening.
Lock in
He's
this week.
gonna be locked in regardless. I mean, he has to win. But
I need some extra motivation. Hey Zebby, man. We believe in you on
you
this
can
side.
you can send him the clip after. But I mean, I'm just keeping
I don't
I'm
know
just
how to do all
keeping
that,
it
but
I'm
yeah,
just
man.
keeping it real. I'm just being realistic. But but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so to answer your question, Terrell, yeah, he has a chance to win the Natty. He can easily win every game the rest of the year, right? But would I pick him to do that? Probably not.
All right. Okay. All right. Fries, that's who you got rounding out your A tier. Ohio State, Clemson, Ole Miss, FSU, and Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll stay right there, and then who you got in the B tier, sir?
At the it was not much of a gap here, but very top, Notre Dame and UNC. You can interchangeable for me on those, both of those two. And can we get a quick scroll down real quick? I want to make sure I'm not leaving anybody.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
These are all the users. I think the last one is Iowa.
That's what's that one. Okay. I think I'm gonna stay there for me. I'm gonna stay with those two. Both high B tier though, very high B tier.
Not a stranger to leaving people out of tiers and spots vacant. Bagwork, who you got in B tier, sir?
Miles, your list is atrocious. Also, just to go back on this, so you're gonna put UNC in your B tier by the same logic that you use to keep Notre Dame out of your A tier. But I'll keep going. B tier. What are we doing? Top of my B tier is Notre Dame. Big win against Oklahoma, for example. Big win against ASU. Competitive versus Ohio State. So I think he's the top of the B tier. Next in the B tier, I gotta go UNC. He's 6-1. He's beat LSU. Does he have any other big wins? He beat ASU as well. That's a good win. Keeping ASU out of the top 25. But I don't think he has the resume Notre Dame does at the moment. But that'll change with this game this week. We'll make a big say so on that. Third, I'm gonna go with Oklahoma. Or should I put myself? I don't know. I'm gonna go Oklahoma 3. I'm gonna go Oklahoma
I definitely
3.
left you out. Sorry to cut in. I wasn't trying to do you dirty. I will put you in that
LSU.
last tier. I forgot you were a team. My fault. Anyway, go ahead.
No, your list is terrible even regardless of that. But 5. So my B tier is, let me see, Notre Dame, UNC, Oklahoma, LSU. I'm gonna go with Baylor. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put Baylor at 3 right now, above Oklahoma and LSU. They've had some real big wins recently. So I'm gonna put Baylor at,
All right, man.
I'm gonna put Baylor at 3 on that list. And then Oklahoma, LSU at 5, and at 6 I'm gonna throw in Florida. Actually, nah. I'm gonna leave them for the C. I'm gonna leave him in Iowa for the C tier, just so I don't have one team in a tier by itself. So then, since I already said it, I'll just finish it out with Florida as number 1 in the C tier and Iowa. And that is all the ranked teams, I believe. 10, 14 teams ranked right now. Pretty good.
For Oz, do you have anybody left for the C tier, sir?
I do. LSU was I just didn't see his name on the list. No disrespect there. He's in that tier for sure. My last two though,
What's
Iowa
up?
and um, not earlier, not now, not now. He was it was my fault. But my last two, Iowa and Florida, I'll put in my last tier.
Okay.
He didn't even mention you, just so you know.
Who?
Baylor.
Oh, Baylor. Well, yeah, I got it. I got it. He's in that tier too. I just forgot to mention him, but I can't put him in the B tier. I can't. I don't believe that. I can't do it. I'd be lying.
Just quick thought exercise.
We have UNC in the A tier and Baylor not in any tier.
Baylor beat Texas. And who did Texas beat?
Zevi.
Texas beat Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Texas beat Oklahoma. Oklahoma beats Baylor by 2 scores. Yeah, I don't think he put Notre Dame anywhere in his ranking either. I don't. Oh no, he did. He put Notre
did.
Dame
I
at top
did.
of
I
the
did.
B tier. Yeah, he had Notre Dame
Yeah.
top of the B tier.
Yeah, because
But
I was confused about. I was like, wait a second. OU
no,
is
his list
in
doesn't. His
a
list doesn't add
triangle,
up.
and then OU is still above Notre Dame. Like
And,
before,
and by the same logic, he has UNC somewhere like
right behind Notre Dame.
I mean, these
Yeah.
power rankings are a mix of a lot of different ingredients.
What they say on First Things First? It's a rich tapestry, I guess, because that is.
Hey man, we'll see. Give us a week and see if I was cooking or not. We'll see.
Sir, you done burnt the stove. It's like straight up. Because at this point, I was like, oh, you might have a little disdain against Notre Dame, and
None of that, bro. None of that. Hey man,
it's
we
clear
just call it
though,
like we see it.
you did not. This is the question. So can we move OU
Bro,
down?
what's yours though? We got to hear yours because clearly this is too fast for bro at the moment. Maybe, but
It's high speed. I got the same. Nebraska, Tennessee, in A tier, or excuse me, S tier. Ohio State, Clemson, Miss, and Florida State. I'll put in A tier.
okay, we kind of on the same lines.
Ohio State, Miss. I'm gonna write this down. Who did I say that last
Yeah,
time?
writing down helps me too for real. It makes it, I would forget dudes if I wasn't actively kind of like doing it.
Clemson. Okay. B tier. Top of B tier gotta be LSU. No, I can't do that. I'll put Notre Dame in A tier, right in front of Clemson. I gotta show him some respect. Like it's we going on.
In front of Clemson, dang, that's wild. He has been hooping though, to be honest. I mean,
Okay, just kicks and giggles. Let's do a head to head though. Wins versus Oklahoma and
Oklahoma
he
played a
plays.
good game. Played a good game against Tennessee and Ohio State.
And then beat Arizona State, who we all know is a good user.
Mm-hmm.
And then Clemson lost versus Nebraska, and then was that like a true fourth loss for Florida State?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Wins against the 3 struggling, playoff teams from last year.
yeah. 55 and 32.
Both of his games that he lost were super close.
Yeah, they're tied. They're even in A tier for me. Looking at the resume, they're even. Notre Dame and Clemson.
I will say Clemson's had a much harder schedule.
Yes, but I believe
Notre Dame is essentially 2-2 against like quality opponents. He's 2-2 essentially, but that's good. and Clemson is essentially 3-2. So
Yeah. So, but that's who I got in A tier. Then I'd have LSU, Oklahoma. Um, I don't believe in Florida just quite yet. Not, but he's on a 4 game win streak. No, I still can't do it. I
I
leave
feel you.
LSU, Oklahoma, and then Baylor, rounding out my B tier right now.
So who's that leaving C? That's Florida and Iowa.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, our lists aren't far apart, Terrell. Great minds think alike.
I watched the
The only difference
games.
in my list I point out is that it's just Oklahoma. It's only that one team is the only difference. But either way, man, always get exercise.
I I don't know.
It's the only difference. I don't know if the only difference right there. Hold on. Can we go back
It
to that
is.
comment he
Both
just
of you
made?
have Notre Dame in the B tier, don't you? Am I tripping?
Yeah, I have Notre Dame at the top of the B tier.
All right,
I
that's
think
me
he has
too.
Notre Dame.
UNC too.
Yes,
No,
Where,
I have
where you got
Notre,
UNC?
I got Notre Dame.
I have
in A
UNC
tier.
in the. I have UNC in the A tier. Notre Dame's top of the B tier. You had UNC in the A tier and Notre Dame at the bottom of the B. Like, not.
Nah. I put them both at the top of the B tier. UNC and Notre Dame. UNC is questionable. I could see it both sides, but
Oh, sorry, I got to throw UNC in.
You
there,
gotta
too.
redo yours because I feel like you changed it.
nah. The only difference really is I have Oklahoma in the bottom of the A tier. Y'all have Oklahoma in the top of the B tier, or in the B tier. So that's the biggest, I think, discrepancy.
Listen, one game is the difference between playoffs and not.
That's facts. That's facts.
Also, where's Baylor at in yours? Baylor's in the
Low.
C tier. Yeah, I think Baylor's in the C
he's in-
tier.
Baylor's in my
I think
B
I put
tier.
him. I think I put Baylor.
Yeah, you got Iowa, UF, and Baylor in your C tier.
Okay, there you go.
Baylor's in your C tier, and wait, you have it written down, Terrell?
Yeah, I got yours guys written down.
Where's UNC in his?
UNC is after Notre Dame and B. Nope. Yeah, after Notre Dame and B tier above LSU.
Okay. Yeah, I
right
mean,
there,
not,
man. Right there.
not, I mean, it sounded worse the first time you said it, I suppose.
Gotta get that hate out of your ears, bro. There's no hate on this side.
Wait a minute.
I don't have any hate. I think you might have some
Wild
hate.
statement
Yeah.
coming from you.
Dude's trying to gaslight me. Like, I'm not hating.
Wild
Hey, man.
statement. But listen, I appreciate. I was gonna say the honesty, but your opinion. Yeah, we appreciate your opinion on the matter. But if it's this tough for us just to rank some teams in the top 25, imagine what the real playoff committee goes through. So I don't envy them, not one bit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think. Is anybody like out of the rankings who? Not really. I feel like these are the usual suspects. Besides, Florida State, new team, Iowa, new user. Texas is out of the rankings, and Texas A&M, but they kind of fluctuate. Some years they're, at times they're in the top 10, and at times they're not ranked. So Miami is another one in that. So yeah, it's about right.
Gotcha. Well, the rankings kind of reflect how the coaches poll went when we looked at those records. As far as inconsistency, they pretty much match what we've been seeing week in and week out. So can't fault it too much. Frowls, what you got for us on the way out, sir?
Keep streaming all those games, man. It's good for the league. It's just also just cuts down a lot of problems. So appreciate y'all for streaming. Please, one of the two of you stream. That's all.
Yes, sir. We love to see it, love to watch, and then in the event, worst case scenario, that something happens and you stream, it's easy to pull the information back up. So like he said, keep streaming. We appreciate it. Bag, Commish, what you got?
Definitely great point by Fraz about streaming. Excited to see how this year plays out, man, and know we got some new coming for next year in terms of how the league will be. So every game counts, man, and get your protected rivalries in. I don't want complaining about how your team's bad. You didn't even put in a game. So if you made it this far, thank you for rocking with us. And that's all from my end.
I don't have anything, but as we always say, if you don't like it, show us on the field or let us know on Discord. We appreciate y'all rocking out with us today. I'll catch y'all later.
Peace.